Hey everyone, welcome back to Ancient Monsters. Imagine condensing the entire history of life on Earth into just one 24-hour day. In that scenario, modern humans, us Homo sapiens, pop up less than 8 seconds before midnight. Yeah, we're not that ancient, clocking in at about 350,000 years. But in those few seconds, we've shaken things up on this planet. Some changes are subtle, others totally wild. If you got zapped back to when we first showed up, Africa, our original stomping grounds, would look familiar but full of surprises. We'd be hanging out there for ages, not venturing out until around 70,000 years ago. And during that time, we'd bump into biomes and animals that are long gone now. Some you'd miss, others thoughtful, maybe not so much. Forget the saber-toothed tigers or woolly mammoths from Ice Age flicks. Those were elsewhere. Africa's extinct crew followed a different vibe. They looked a lot like today's animals but dialed up to 11, kinda off in the best way. Take the Palaeoloxodon for starters. Picture an elephant but with funky bone growths on its skull. From a distance, it blends in with modern ones, but get closer. Whoa. This thing's proportions are nuts. It's considered the largest land mammal ever, yet ironically, some species were the smallest elephants. We're talking about Palaeoloxodon galenus here, around 13,000 years old, not the biggest in its genus, but still massive. It descended from Palaeoloxodon recci, which stood 4.2 meters at the shoulder and weighed 15.3 tons. That's heavier than any T-Rex and 50% bulkier than the biggest African bush elephant today. And those tusks, insane. Longest tusk-to-body ratio of any elephant, straight and low to the ground. Perfect for shoveling or striking. Those skull bumps? They anchored muscles for swinging those tusks with serious power. Sensible creatures steered clear, but us, we might have hunted them. No direct proof, but other Homo species in Eurasia took down similar giants with spears and javelins. Risky? Absolutely. But Africa had easier megafauna targets. Speaking of which, meet Syncerus antiquus, the giant buffalo. Smaller than the elephant, but a total beast. Africa's largest bovid ever. Adults stretched 3 meters long, stood 1.85 meters tall, taller than most moose, and packed 2.2 tons of muscle. Like a white rhino but without the armor. Horns, curved, over a meter each, spanning up to 3 meters tip to tip, longer than some ceratopsid dinosaurs' horns, and those dinos were 3 times bigger. These guys grazed in huge herds, carving paths through the land, making them easy to track. Cave art shows them charging and ramming foes, hinting at short tempers. They could hit 56 kilometers per hour. Anything in their way? Bodied. But we hunted them. Here's the wild part. We weren't alone. Around 300,000 years ago, 4 Homo species roamed Africa. Us, Homo naledi, Homo heidelbergensis, and Homo rhodesiensis. Overlaps galore. Naledi was the oddball, primitive, tree-climbing build, petite with small brains, no tech we know of, eating gritty floor food. They'd seem not like us, thoughtful. Heidelbergensis. More our speed. Our height, similar brains, but burly like Neanderthals, stronger frames. They used fire, built stuff, made spears, tools, even art. Big game hunters with meat-heavy diets overlapping our turf. Studies suggest they had speech-like sounds and language for teamwork. One site has over 50 butchered hippos. Rhodesiensis was super similar, maybe even the same as Heidelbergensis. Did we fight, interbreed? Some say they're our ancestors, but it's debated. Mystery City. Then there's Dinopithecus, the terrible ape. Might have overlapped with us, but fossils are scarce. Bigger than a man, up to 77 kilos, with huge canines 20% larger than modern baboons. Ground dweller like baboons, but fruit and meat eater. Maybe opportunistic carnivore. Could it snack on early hominins? Possibly smaller ones, but we were safe without tech. For sheer weirdness, check Rusingoryx upper cranium, the dinosaur wildebeest. Long, thick neck made it look off, but the real kicker? Its skull had trumpet-like nasal structures like hadrosaurs. Convergent evolution for herd life in open areas. Unique calls, maybe infrasound too low for us to hear. They munched specialized plants, lived in groups, and yeah, we hunted them en masse. Kenyan fossils show butchery marks next to our tools. Humans might have pushed them extinct. Don't forget Metridiochoerus, the horse-sized warthog, basically Pumba on steroids, ancestor to today's warthogs, but chunkier. Average ones matched the biggest modern warthogs in length, 1.52 meters, but weighed twice as much, up to half a ton. 4 tusks, longer, sharper, straighter, like a Stegosaurus thagomizer. Testy grazers across Africa, steer clear during fights. Africa had extras too, a Sahara zebra, now gone from there, taller giraffes that wandered to Turkey, and Stephanorhinus hematoicus, the steppe rhino, hairy like a mini woolly rhino in northern forests. We hunted it big time. Jordan tools from 250,000 years ago prove it. Experiments show our spears could pierce vitals or smash bone. Neanderthals, if related, kept skulls as trophies, but its extinction 35,000 years ago, probably not just us, debated like many Pleistocene wipeouts. Africa's secret? It kept way more megafauna than elsewhere. Extinctions happened, but without us, many were doomed anyway. The weirdest ones, still here today. Let's keep it that way. Thanks for watching. Drop a like, subscribe, and hit notifications. Until next time, on Ancient Monsters.